All day. "4:08. This is a lot later than I usually go live. Well, earlier? Less early. More late. I usually go live around 2, I think. When I'm on my own, at least. Hey, Cornwalls. It's great to have you here. Hello there, Alien Joale. Alien. Aryan. I've had one sip of beer tonight, and I'm already slurring. No, I'm sober. Ignis Persephorans, great to have you. So this was left in my fridge. I was too tired to finish it last night, so I've had one sip so far. Hello there, Serpent of Chaos. Sorry about your insomnia. So, this little ring light I'm using, this sort of double ring light, I've actually had it for years, but I have not been using it like almost at all. This looks better than what I usually do. I'm gonna make it a different color every time. How am I doing at this ungodly hour? I'm doing good, man. I just finished hexing somebody for a client, and I decided to vampirize the fuck out of the target too. Usually that's not part of the service, but I just felt like vampirizing somebody, so type of vampirism should cause some more damage than this spell usually does. Could I talk more about Azana game? Do I think she's Norse? I don't currently have any reason to believe that she's Norse. And I have not summoned her forever and forever. Are you the only one who rearranges their altar a lot? I don't, but more power to you. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. I spent it with my parents. We had a good dinner together. My dad's good with the grill. Then I tricked them into watching the first episode of Squid Game with me by lying and saying that it's not as violent as it really is. Like, no, it's not as bad as you've heard. That was more for my own amusement. I wanted to see my mom's reaction. I love her, but that was funny for me. Then we watched fireworks. When I came home, meditated, and hexed somebody. You want to build custom altars that are modular and have multiple decks for tools and idols. That'd be cool. My idol is actually a TV stand. Like, it's got 3 layers on it. Yeah. Serpent of Chaos said he had curse work with me before. Multiple hit them as well as myself. They lost their business. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'm happy to hear it. So, last time I was live, I decided to try Methisticum. It's this thing called Bougie Bliss. It contains something called Piper Methisticum. Got it for free at a gas station. I actually got 2 of them for free. Cannot recommend. Tastes horrible. Disorienting. I threw up right after the stream. Don't do meth. Disticum. Crystal meth is great, though. Hey, Navdiat. Happy July the 4th to you, too. Ignis says that when he saw my altar, that's what gave him the idea to do a setup like that, actually. It makes it easy to grab stuff while sitting. Yes, it does. You love Squid Game. How do I feel about them making an American version? I'm not going to write off the American version, but, you know, the show is in really good hands. So I'll talk a teeny bit about Squid Game without spoiling anything. So there's 3 seasons, and each one was better than the one before it, in my opinion. So this is not a spoiler. There are some games where the contestants are trying not to fall off of something for one reason or another. I saw some behind the scenes footage. So obviously, the actor playing the main character, he's, pretending to struggle to balance. He acts so fucking well that one of the crew members saw him pretending to struggle to balance and actually like moved and reached to try and catch him. Like he thought the actor was actually about to fall. That's impressive. That's impressive. As for the American version, it might turn out to be good, but given that it's, um, not gonna be under the same banner, I'm hesitant. I hope it turns out good. Hey, Patchwork, great to have you. So, this is the stuff I've got on is my Meazurian magic gear. So, this pentagram necklace here is just enchanted to strengthen all Meazurian magic, simple as that. This cowbone necklace, it strengthens specifically work with the Tower of Crescent and Tower of Atrophy. Obviously, I've got 2 copper bracelets on. Copper is, of course, a conductor. It helps with vampirism. And this bracelet with a little spider on it is something that Jania 6, the Arabian woman, got me for as a birthday present, and that's enchanted specifically for Crescent. What are my thoughts on the concept of the Bel Daraka? I don't even remember what that is. It's probably bullshit. I know it's O9A related, but fuck it. My opinion on Reiki? I think Reiki works. It's real. I just don't use it. So, Ignis, so the super powerful evocation method I mentioned, it's one I rarely use, but so obviously, as y'all know, I like to mark my body, specifically my shoulders for the most part, um, in crimson magic as a sign of my strength and devotion. Then Razareth taught me I could actually use the marks as manufactured energy centers. What I do is I connect to my personal metagod, I pull energy down from it, and the current sweeps up the energy generated by the marks, and then it forms in the palms of my hand and I form it into a black vortex. Then I just summon the demon into that vortex. It only takes a few seconds, but it's super exhausting. Like your energy is just gone for the night. How did I enchant these? With Vermeer's Orion, what I tend to do is I just recite the whispers for each of the blighted 13 times over the necklace with intent while burning incense as an offering to them. It helps to have a candle lit. And, I specify what it's supposed to do. I always say, hey, make sure, enchant it to empower all Mayor's Orion magic I perform while having it on, but also enchant it to help me get possessed of my own free will. Because if a enchanted piece of jewelry does not specifically have a possession improving enchantment on it, then whatever enchantment it has will actually make it harder for you to get possessed, in the same way that it's harder to hear my voice in a very loud, crowded room. So obviously for this, I think I don't remember which. I think I might have just used the whispers for Eliverin and Zazazel, but I also have 8 Drelith that only work with me. It would have been best to recite the whispers of each of the Drelith, Eliverin included, 13 times each. Do I sell enchanted items? No, I do not. Hey, Kirsten. Hello there, Trill. So, first time I got successfully cursed. So, that was when I was still involved with the O9A. So it was the three innermost members of Dracon Covenant. I believe their intention was to kill me with magic. They attached some type of entity to me that made people perceive me funny. People were like hostile and aggressive towards me. People who I would like, awkwardly avoid eye contact with would swear up and down that I'm just death glaring them. It was very interesting. And after that, I got a text from a couple local witchy friends saying, hey, something got attached to you. So they came and removed it. Second time I got almost successfully cursed, I was jogging. No. Wait, that was the second time, wasn't it? The first time I was just jogging at night and I see like astral white wolves chasing me. I had to like stop my jog and astrally start killing them. That ritual you have to Lycius is really awesome because I use the chant you channeled to connect to the spirit animal as a request of empowerment, asking him to empower this connection. Nice. Hello there, Lucia. What's my gnosis on the symbol of the dragon? Is it a primordial emanation of chaos? In some cases, yes. Depends on the context. So you know how birds or dinosaurs evolved into birds? Notice how a dragon is half dinosaur, half bird. So stuck between like the present and the past, while somehow being neither. That's how I see it. Which sorcerers apart from me have services that I would recommend? J.S. Garrett, the rite of deification, that's invaluable. Strongly recommend that one. Let's see. Oh, obviously Malasad Shinisama, or Kennedy. His Eyes of the Zhen ritual was really, really helpful. He goes by Young, YUNG _ Ifrit on Instagram. That's a really good one. Let's see. King Sarial is MIA, but he was good. Same with Moldegren, I think. My favorite service from Razarith was probably Crypt Protection. That was a good one. Oh, Imperator Cineresh's Trauma Healing is also really good. Oh, Magicology performed a custom empowerment over me, calling on Tiamat, Canoe, and Apsu, and that was absolutely wonderful. Felt like my DNA was being rewritten. I'm hoping to have him on again this year. How would someone know if something is attached to them? Mind's eye, third eye, claircognizance, just stuff like that. How exactly does one remove the entity that makes people look at you funny? I think something similar might have happened to me. The easiest way would be pray to a spirit you trust and say, hey, this entity is my offering to you, and then they eat it. Rom, the Goetia demon, would be good for that. Another thing, the rune Thurisaz, visualize it glowing in red energy, and then stabbing, like shooting out and stabbing into the entity and focus all your hatred while you chant the name of that rune. And then you add Kenaz, that stabs him too. Kenaz strengthens any rune you put it with. And you imagine the 2 points stabbing into them and just spinning and drilling them as blood and guts start spinning out. That's how I killed the first astral parasite I got attacked by. How would you kind of determine whether or not you're ready for advanced stuff? Tarot reading. Pull out one card to represent the risks, another card to represent how ready you are, and then a third card to represent the benefits you will receive. I mean, if you want to start working with Moloch, I recommend either A, find a spell that you like, that appeals to you, that calls on him. Whatever one that is, use it. Alternatively, you can meditate using his name as a mantra with the intent to be empowered and transformed any way he sees fit. You can start with devotional prayers, like nightly or at least once a week. You can start with a full-on evocation or invocation. Like, it really doesn't matter. It's just approach them. Salazar says he watches me back in 2020. Oh, he watched me back in 2020. How do I still look the same? Well, it's only been 5 years. So I'm 31. I only turned 31 like a couple months ago. I'm not old enough to start visibly aging. Oh, also, I started eating really healthy and exercising more. Yeah, chaos is all things torn together. A sort of ascended master thing told me that. Have I ever conjured so much energy that I couldn't handle it? What do you do? I ground afterwards. So grounding is when you basically take all the excess and negative energy out of you and put it right in the core of the earth. Here's a method that Archangel Raziel taught me. So you visualize a big white sphere of energy levitating above your head. That's your connection to your higher self. Then you visualize all the negative and excess energy leaving your body through the base of your spine or through your feet as a green counterclockwise spiral going straight into the core of the earth until all of it's in there. Then you visualize rainbow energy coming up from the core of the earth, filling your entire body from the bottom to the top, and then going out the top of your head and filling up that white sphere and emanating outwards. Do dumb spirits exist that don't get the simplest stuff, or do they pretend? A lot of spirits struggle with sarcasm. I met one that was bad with names. What's the worst case of illness that I've healed? So with the rite of necrosophic healing, I was able to permanently decrease the symptoms of interstitial cystosis. Chronic bladder pain, basically. Thank you, Wizard of Oz. What advice would I give someone getting into Primal Craft? Well, I haven't practiced Primal Craft. I just learned from it. You might want to go to the Primal Craft community. I think they have like a Facebook group. How long have I been practicing? 15 years. The longest break I've ever taken from magic was probably 5 days. Hey, Aaron. Um, Long hours of fasting and meditating in darkness. I've heard good things about fasting, but I don't do it. And yeah, it can help. Primal Craft, that is a magical tradition described that Mark Allen Smith wrote about. It focuses on the Atlantean tridents, which is Hecate, Lucifer, and Belial. There's a secret fourth point named Sephirons. So it's a part of the Atlantean or Draconian tradition, specifically written by Mark Allen Smith. I do recommend his books. I've never really done Golden Dawn stuff, but some of my work, earlier work, was heavily influenced by them. Ever channeled Pan? I don't think so. What's coming on Patreon this month? I know there's going to be a necrosophic rite that includes Shigara, and there's going to be um, some stuff to help you work with the 50 spirits of the names of Marduk. The rest has yet to be decided. How did it all start for me? I'm not going to answer. I'm sorry. I've been asked that every single interview. I'm done with that. What do I recommend you putting on Marbus's altar? Off the top of my head, I don't know. How about a dead pedophile? No. Oh, Brad Grand, JS interviewed him. I met him out in Utah. Um, he he's selling some really cool Marbos tincture for healing. Did I ever see Glaciolabulus? Yeah, I have a whole essay about him. Just type in Johannum Glaciolabulus into Google and hit search. It'll come right up. I ain't worked with him in a while. They call him the author of manslaughter. By the way, so when I was defending Coetting against the BBC's failed reporting, I mistakenly repeated the rumor that he was one of the founding members of the Temple of Blood. That was not true. He was never part of that group. I believed and repeated that rumor, and I'm sorry. He did like the video outside of that, but I'm glad that I can correct the misinformation I put out there. How many demons are there? Countless, more by the second. Did I reply to your comment? I'm not sure. I replied to some comments today. Zeroidy, yeah, I do think that my mantra for meditating on and opening the chakras is more potent, but it is very much specific for Satanists. How often do I go live again? It's completely random. Is that Heineken? Yeah. I drank this much of it last night, but I was too tired to finish it, so I figured I'd just drink it now that my day is over. Um, all my stuff about chakra work is in the Works of Infernal Ascent PDF on Patreon. That's my definitive thing. I had a healing ritual with Lady Hecate where you couldn't ground the big energy and it led to bad physical symptoms and then self-harm. Healing gone wrong. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Heineken makes for good beer. I personally get like a different beer every time. Oh, shoot. Lilith Minor? Yeah, Lilith the Younger. I think so. In some systems of some demonological lore, there's Lilith the Elder and Lilith the Younger. I think Lilith the Younger is just Nema, and Lilith the Elder is just, well, Lilith. Could be wrong though, but that's my deduction. Everyone do me a favor and like the stream. It helps it like get out there more. Hey, G-Offer. Way ahead of you, Lucia. Hey, Devin. The sun is starting to rise. But yeah, I repeat, do not try Bougie Bliss, the free little shot I got at the gas station. I threw up right after the stream. I knew it was going to be bad. I just thought it'd be funny. I just didn't expect to throw up. Hey, Dragon. Do I have to initiate into the Cliff-Oth in order to work with the Abyss? No. You can still draw from the power of the Abyss, from the power of Doth without that. Free is often free for a reason, yeah. By the way, I only brought the second one I was given to, like, warn y'all not to get it. Right in the trash can. What's the main difference between angels and pagan gods? Well, angels are a species of spirit, and there are multiple species of pagan gods, so there's no real way to answer that. Hey, Sean? Hey, Batman, I'm gonna have to ban you. I already told you straight up, I don't have any experience with Pan. I don't know why the hell you would spam questions about Pan, especially the same question repeatedly right after I said I don't have an answer. Be careful with working with Doth. Yeah, it's good to have a sigil of Lulua, aka Komana, and or Nibirius, aka Cerberus. Keeping your hand on that or having it on your body or in your pocket will help stabilize you. Aren't angels archons? I would say no, but some would disagree. Well, there are probably some angel archon hybrids. I'm not sure if archons are actually a species of spirit. Sean, I haven't got to crack it open yet. I'm still reading The Book of the Fallen by Martin McGregor. I actually have not connected to a dark aspect of Archangel Raphael. I didn't know there was one. I have not worked with Spears of Devastation. That is the only book by Dreadwood I never finished reading. So if you have the Black Gate set up in your home, no angel magic at all. Or any other type of celestial. None. Nada. Do not let the sunlight shine on it or shit will go wrong for you. Who is Muriel? That's just another name for Abaddon. I have never watched Sandman. I've heard good things, though. I mean, that could be why he was curious, Mr. Zombie, but if I say I don't have an answer, I genuinely don't. If he doesn't want to accept that, then fuck him. Who is Abaddon? So Abaddon is largely known as the Angel of the Abyss. He's attributed to the sphere of Doth. Um, some say he's an angel, some say he's a demon. I say my opinion is that he's a specific type of um, angel known as a nightmare angel. Those are native to the abyss. They're governed by Samael. That's my gnosis. But some would say he's a demon or an angel. Um, but yeah, he's very much a harbinger of death. He's great for necromancy. He's great for developing your psychic abilities. He's great for protection. Good for healing, especially protecting children, by the way. All kinds of good stuff he can do. What are my thoughts on Charnel Whispers? Yeah, I would definitely recommend Charnel Whispers for those practicing a broad spectrum of necromancy. I love that book, man. Which spirit has the most positive celestial light energy? That's hard to say because there's so many different celestials I haven't met, but I'm going to go with either Raziel or Metatron. Do I still work with Santa Muerte? Oh, hell yeah. Um, as for Jesus Malverde, I don't work with him, but a long time ago, someone from Santa Lena actually, I used to do commissioned essays. I found that it's best if I don't, but I used to do those. And someone from Santa Lena hired me to channel him and write a whole essay about him. Um, which comes with a sigil and some summoning chants. Yeah. Basically, there's more to him than a narco saint. I think it's wrong to call him a narco saint. Thank you, Aaron. Am I from Alabama? Yes, I do live in Alabama. I moved here. My family moved here when I was 12. Um, is Alabama a portal for this type of work? Not before I came here. I'm not sure how much I've changed things here, but done what I can. Abaddon is one of your patrons. Nice. Thinking about opening the portal to the realm of Noctulius in your ritual spot in the woods. What would that do compared to the ritual of macroscopic alchemy? Well, it also does macroscopic alchemy, except it specifically increases the influence of Noctulius and the spirits that serve him in this plane. I actually don't have book recommendations for shadow work. If you type in Jahannam shadow work chants, I've got some good spells that could help. Fucking hell, my sinuses. Does Metatron work under Yahweh? I don't think so. I should do more live streams. Yeah, I'm thinking I should. You heard a little girl's spirit laugh during meditation. I know that Gargophius can appear as like a flower girl, and there's also the Meajerian spirit Lilin, Lilin, from the Tower of the Abyss, who's referred to as the child succubus. Oh, Abraxas once appeared to me as a child. I don't remember whether it was a little boy or a little girl. Do I think Yahweh and Yaldabaoth are the same? No. So I think Yaldabaoth is just another name for Samael. What time is it here? It is 4:43 a.m. I've never done a ritual to make a portal even more powerful. Um, huh. Why didn't I think of that? Any experience with Enki? No. Well, not really. Not enough that I can talk about, that I can like helpfully speak on him publicly. Why are there so many wars going on? That I don't know. Well, I mean, the Middle East has been fighting forever, and Russia has always wanted to take Ukraine. Things just came to a head finally. Like, Russia had already taken Crimea. So, in my opinion, Lucifuge and Lucifer are separate spirits. Let's see. Lucifer can appear as both dark, as like all dark or all light or both. I'm not sure if Lucifuge ever does that. Um, yeah, Lucifer is attributed to Thamiel, Lucifuge to Sitariel. Am I a PDF file? No. Most Satanists hate PDFs much more than your average person. Like, we put curses on them and stuff. Every once in a while, you find a Satanist who is into that shit, and then I usually, curse them and expose them, as long as the victim wants that. I had to help expose a satanic PDF last year. Um, and in addition to that, yeah, we also ruined his life pretty much. Like, he and 5 of his friends were trying to kill me and 4 of my friends with witchcraft. Um, so we protected the women he groomed and abused, and anyone else he targeted, and we cursed him so bad that he lost 3 homes in the same year, lost his fiance, relapsed, started abusing his new roommate's seizure meds. He lost most of his income, most of his friends, most of his mental health. Yeah. Curly says he put a Lucifuge Focale sigil under his shoe and it turned them into chick magnets. Nice. I've never tried to have someone make a pact on my behalf. I would recommend channeling your own. Like, talk to the spirit yourself. Unless you want to use the beginner's Lucifuge pack I'd posted on WordPress a long time ago. Meazurian spirits and angels should not be evoked together. It's a bad time. Do PDFs get punished in the afterlife? Yeah, and often in this life too. There's a lot of different things that can happen in the afterlife. There's a massive, massive, massive variety. But yeah, there are PDFs who get punished. The Spider Queen, this goddess I absolutely adore, um, she views the use of pedophilia for sex magic as the worst kind of pedophilia, and she devours the souls of those who attempt it in the afterlife. If you curse all black magicians, does it make you a black magician yourself? Pretty much, yeah. Navjiat said that they did that pact, the beginner's pact with Lucifuge I released on WordPress, and they say it was absolutely great. I'm glad to hear it. Nah, your higher self can't turn on you. Your higher self is you. Do I think that the average Satanist is more powerful than the average Kabbalist? I'm hoping you mean Kabbalist and not like ethnically Jewish, because there are plenty of Satanists from that ethnic group. Um, Average Satanist more than average Kabbalist. I'll say yes. I'll say yes. You put Marbus's sigil under your pillow? That's cool. Is it possible? No. Some people do stuff like that for like, they hope to try and get visited in dreams. That reminds me of something that I need to do, by the way. Hell yeah, Devin. How do you get Satan to come over to your side in a beef between you and a female practitioner? Um, that depends on whether or not he thinks you're in the right. Um, if you're in the wrong, then apologize, either to Satan or to her. The gender doesn't really matter here. I have never cursed someone because of their race. Anyways, sun's almost up, which means it's just about my bedtime. I'm going to go ahead and head to sleep. You'll have a great night and enjoy your immortality.